Hello, my name is Mael Stith with Cassius Life. And first of all, congratulations on season 7. This is something that is so incredible. And that leads me to my first question because what do you think has contributed to the longevity of All American and what's keeping viewers coming back for more? And we can start with NK.
Oh, what, but pronounce your name for me one more time.
Mael.
Maya.
Mael.
It's a
Yes.
beautiful name.
Great.
Thank you.
Beautiful hair. I'm loving
Thank
all of
you.
it.
Thank you.
Um, Honestly, I think one of the biggest contributors to our longevity and our success has been both the heart and authenticity that everyone has put into the show. It's inspired by Spencer Pacinger's life, and that is sort of the foundation of the show. And then, our writers have poured so much of themselves into these storylines, whether it's from their own teen years, whether it's from experiences raising their kids. One of the benefits of being on this show for so long is we've seen new generations come around, new kids who were born. My sons were not teenagers when the show started, and they are now, so they get to experience it all. And so all of that gets poured into the authenticity of how we're depicting these youth, how we're depicting the environments they grow up in, the obstacles they have to overcome, and the fact that they can achieve their dreams and their dreams are worthy of pursuing. And then furthermore, because it's been such a work family, I mean, we literally have 90% of the same crew since season one. And so all of them are adding their special sauce to it. The characters, the actors who are playing these characters are adding their special sauce. Even our new ones have come in and really elevated these new characters and mixed so well with our OG characters, that it's such an organic extension of the world. And so, the success has been sort of a team effort. It's everyone. And then, the ultimate is the people tuning in, our fans. They've been such die-hard fans since day one. And even though they argue with us online all the time, we love it. We love that they're so passionate about the show, the storylines, the characters. I'm that person that's always throwing my shoe at the screen when I'm watching a show that I love. So I'm like, yes, if they're throwing their shoes at the screen and yelling our names, then, we've done something.
You. And Jamie?
Authenticity, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I can't say that enough. Like being able to kind of, obviously it's echoing everything NK just said, but it's like, it's the power of speaking our truths. And I feel like, truth always supersedes everything. You know what I mean? And the fact that we've been able to kind of tell these stories in such an honest way, is the thing that I feel people connect to the most. And because of that, there's going to always be a demand. You know what I mean? Like we've become that outlet that people can kind of rely on. We've become like that consistent thing, that to NK's point, like the passion can be a little wild, but, but necessary. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the passion can drive some of the things that that we discuss. You know what I mean? When you start to kind of see how how the show starts to impact people, on the outside. I'm not saying that it does very often, but there are times that it can kind of start a conversation about, oh, okay, well maybe, you know what I mean, because of that, and because we're seeing the response, maybe we can lightly do this, and maybe we can add this little wrinkle here and there. So I think that as long as we stay authentic and stay true and stay connected to the viewing audience, like we're going to always be around, man.
I think that's something that's so beautiful and very important. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain that the audience is wanting you guys to stick around for as long as possible because
Mm-hmm.
it seems like we have black shows on television and they'll run for one or two, 3 seasons, maybe like 3 seasons if they're lucky, to be honest. And then it gets snatched away from us. So having a show on air that people are loving so much and it's run for 7 seasons has been incredible. And I'm certain that's an incredible feat for you guys. And before anything, like I wrap up with anything, I just want to mention, NK, I was a part of HBCUs in LA for
Mm-hmm.
the 2023 and 2024 cohort, and you came to one of our speaker sessions and you offered a great perspective, which was about leaving the world a better place than what you found it with your content. And that's one of my goals and just things that I keep in mind when I'm creating anything. So I just want to thank you for that.
It's a blessing.
Love that. Good.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you for saying that, and good for you. Yes, to keep creating your content and putting it out there. And,
Yes.
we are going to make the world we deserve to be in.
Yep.
Yes.
Big
I
time.
do have another question. It's just more so about just advice for young creatives because sometimes it can kind of feel uh disheartening with certain things that are going on in the world. So can you give some advice to young creatives that are kind of trying to figure out, am I still supposed to be creating and dreaming, or am I supposed to be so tapped into reality? Like, where's the balance with that?
That is a very good question. I would say to know yourself.
Yep.
And for me, I have to be creative. It is
Yep.
literally how I'm able to function in the world. It's
Yep.
literally how, even when it feels like Rome is burning, I can get up and smile and feel like I'm going to have a positive impact on the day and try and make a difference through the tool I was given, which for me is my keyboard, to, especially now that I have children, to leave a better imprint for them in the hopes that by the time they're old enough and adults and walking around in the world, that it is a little bit of a better place. And so for me, that means from the minute I wake up in the morning, the first thing I always think about is being a creative, and whether it's, I used to keep post-its by my bed where I would jot down, like, little lines or little notes. It's not always just writing a full script, but it's the thing that consumes me. So, if you're someone who the reality of what is happening in the world starts to feel paralyzing and makes you think it's not worth dreaming, then I would say those are the times to hold on to your dreams even more. Those are the times to make appointments in your calendar as if it's a doctor's meeting that you wouldn't miss, but it is a 2 hour meeting you've blocked out to be creative. It's a 2 hour meeting you've blocked out to, take one step forward in pursuing your dream, whatever that looks like, right? If your dream is dancing or whatever, it might just be 2 hours where you're listening to music and remixing stuff that you want to choreograph to later. If you're a writer, it might just be a paragraph that's just creatively expressing how you feel right now. But that is 2 hours you've put towards the pursuit of your dream every day. And you'll find that that keeps you going.
Oh, wonderful. I'm taking all of that in and taking it to heart. Once again, thank you guys for all that you've done. Congratulations on season 7. And I'm looking forward to all of the fans watching the show and loving it the way that they do and talking about it, chatting it up online. And again, thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Thank
Mael.
you.
Thank you.